Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Zach Bond with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
All right.
Keeping it with Mixon. This is ahead for about 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball. Home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a gain of 4. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Stroud off the play fake. Headed out right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a 1st.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
4th and forever coming up. From the gun, Stroud. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. They go to Barkley again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First down throwing for Hurts. Has a man, it's Brown. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get the game's first points here in the second. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's the with the football. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
All right.
Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Play action, here's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he crosses midfield before going out. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down with the grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Thank you, Texans.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Running in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Mixon has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Again, the give to Mixon. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans tie it just before halftime. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And they'll take the lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's out of bounds past midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Texans get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's back to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set.
Handed upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, 73.
Brings up second and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, second and 9. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. And the Texans will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38, into the hands of Schultz. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
On the quick, right?
Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Mixon has the Houston touchdown. The Texans push their lead further to start the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on first. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Second and 10 now. Oh no, they get him yet again. Henry To'o comes up with it. And the Texans almost took it all the way back. Oh, what a return down to the 5.
I know he started the play as a defender, But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Like you Texas.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Trying again, following the sack. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans parlay the interception into points. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line. Maybe a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looked like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17. At the 20.
Hey, let's go.
Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This one finds Goddard. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and
They just get the play on. That pass complete to Goddard. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter.
with the score Texans 19.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Great, set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
No touch, set. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Great, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he reaches the end zone. That conversion cuts the lead down to 5.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Pierce now on the return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sending the tight end in motion left. Stroud off the play fake. He rolls to his right. And all that pursuit pays off. They track him down and drop him well behind the line of scrimmage. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework.
He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fields the hard squib kick. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Back to throw, Hurts. On the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles down by 12. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
73! 73! Silver, set!
Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
63, 63, 63. No time.
To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Good, set. No time.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. He's got the squiver. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st down, Hurts trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot, and they pick him off again. Kamari Lessiter with the pick.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, ready?
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Here we go, second and very long. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. So the Texans come away with the road win. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL.
That ultra ground move, riding in the years, not used. Tighten up, you lose. I approve. I bet I stepped in the proof. Straight ultra ground make all your haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and be a money wife. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You need a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. 'Cause I never know.